Now, it's incredibly sad to say this, but there are millions and millions of people that will fail to stop drinking alcohol. In fact, there's probably millions of people every single week that vow to themselves that today is the day, that I'm never drinking again. 3 days later, they're at the bar, they're at the liquor store, they're picking up beers in the supermarket. It happens all the time. And today I'm going to explain why. Why all these people keep failing. Why they keep making this mistake. If you are trying to stop drinking alcohol, if you want to stop drinking alcohol, you don't want to do it with willpower, with AA, with therapy, you want to do it a different way, you definitely want to watch this video because everything will start to make sense soon. Once I've unpacked this for you, it's going to be a game changer. I can't wait to share this with you today. And if you want to get access to a free video training that shows you how to get immediate control of your drinking, please click the link in the description. You'll put your name and email address into a page and then it's going to start. Just click the link in the description, put your name and email address in, and a video will start playing about how to get immediate control of drinking. So if you want to watch that after this video, definitely click the link in the description. And now I'm going to unpack why so many people fail. So I used to live in Koh Samui. So Koh Samui is an island in Thailand and I absolutely love it there. I can't wait to go back. Amazing beaches, amazing food, great people, good times, just an awesome, awesome place. And when I was over there, I made a few new friends and I made one friend from England, really, really awesome guy. And he's recently, he quit his job. He had a job in London as a consultant, making really good money, but he kind of came to Thailand and saw this new possibility of having an online business. And it's something that I've got, it's something that some other friends in Koh Samui had. So he ended up giving up his job in London and he moved over to Thailand to try and start something. Got to respect that. You know, he was making a great salary and he just said, you know what? I don't want this life anymore. I'm going to try and start from scratch. And because I've got a business that he wants to create, we've been talking loads. So I've been checking in with him regularly, asking him how it's going. And one thing that I told him is that when you start a business like this, the most important thing you can do at the beginning is talk to people. It's the most uncomfortable thing. It's the most difficult thing. And it's just painful because you're facing rejection, you're talking to people, and I mean, it's hard. Because if you want to start some kind of business that helps people, you need to understand the problem to know how to solve it. And this is what I did when I started SoberClear. I have spoken to thousands and thousands of people with a drinking problem. Not only that, I've seen thousands and thousands of comments. I've read every book that I could find on stop drinking alcohol. I really wanted to understand the problem. Why does this exist? And to do that, yeah, I did do some reading, but the most important thing was talking to people. And I told him that this will all make sense, and I am going somewhere with this, but just bear with me. But I said that what you'll do is you'll invent things. You'll invent work to do that isn't the most important thing, because that's life. It's like we're just going to procrastinate the most important thing. Anyway, first week goes by. I say, how's it going? He's like, yeah, it's going really well. I'm like, cool, man. What have you done? He's like, oh, I've taken this course. I've read this book. I'm like, great. How many people have you spoke to? He's like, 0. What did I tell you? Next week goes by. How many people you spoke to? 0. I said, well, what have you been doing? Research, watching videos, taking courses. I'm like, okay. And I'm not trying to talk bad about this guy. You know, he's probably going to watch this video. I'll send it to him. He's a great guy. But when I asked him, what do you think you should be doing? He says, I probably should be talking to people. I should be posting content. I should be making content. I'm like, exactly. So why don't you do more of that? Anyway, he eventually started posting content, started talking to people, and he actually got a customer, which was so cool. And now I think he's realized, that's what I've got to do. I have to do the uncomfortable thing. The thing that I know I should do that I don't really want to do, but I know it's going to help me level up. That's what I should be doing. Yeah, I'm not saying that the reading, the course taking, all that stuff's not important for him, but he needs to do the uncomfortable thing. And to me, this is really the secret of a good life. It's knowing your edge. It's knowing the place where here's kind of like where it gets scary for me. This is the place where, it's just a little bit scary. For example, doing a skydive, that was just like, it was right on the edge of, do I really want to do this? The same way that posting my first YouTube video about not drinking alcohol was. It was a scary place. When I spoke to my girlfriend, there's another example. The first time I spoke to her, I was a little bit like, should I do this? Moving to Dubai, I was like, should I really be doing this? All these things, they're a little bit scary. They're just beyond the comfort zone. That's where the great things happen in life. That's where we get new relationships. We start businesses. We start doing things. But here's where it gets interesting. How many of us do this with alcohol? I can't stop yet. I've got this holiday coming up. I need a few more weeks. I've got this wedding. Do you know what? It's the most stressful time of work ever. We create things. We invent things that make us put it off a little bit longer. We put off the uncomfortable thing of saying, do you know what? Maybe I've got a problem. Maybe I need to do something. Maybe I need to join a program. Maybe I need to address this issue. But we put it off. We wait. When we know in our heart that if we just do the uncomfortable thing, then our life will explode. We know this, but we put it off and put it off and put it off. I remember the first time I ever went into a gym, and This is a great example because I wanted to go to the gym for 2 years. I had read bodybuilding.com for like 2 years before I ever actually stepped foot in a gym. I knew everything about training. You couldn't tell me anything. I thought I knew it all. Yet I hadn't done a single damn workout. It was all this, and excuse me for the language, but it was this mental masturbation. And I remember the day that I went to the gym, I remember walking up the stairs and I'd read online about your first workout. And when I read online, it said things like, nobody cares about you. They're all going to be doing their own thing. And I remember walking up the stairs, hearing these weights, this clattering, this banging, this skinny guy. And I'm thinking, walking up these stairs, and it was terrifying. And it changed my life forever. I remember the first time I spent $10,000 on a coaching program. The adrenaline and the fear that I felt when I hit that button to send the money over, it was terrifying, but it changed my life forever. It was a step. It was a leap. It was a leap of faith where I didn't know exactly what would happen, but I knew I had to do it. And this is the thing with alcohol. We all know that we shouldn't be drinking. We know in our heart that we're doing something that's ridiculous. And right now, the same way that my friend stepped up and got a client, actually started a real business now, it's time for you to step up as well. It's time for you to step up with alcohol. It's time for you to say, I'm going to lean into the discomfort. I'm going to lean into the feelings of apprehension, of pain, of not really knowing what's next. Because when you do that with alcohol, when you're able to lean into discomfort and address this problem, that will spill over into every single area of your life. That's what happened to me. Once I removed alcohol, I leaned into more discomfort. I started a personal training business. Then I booked a one-way flight to Chiang Mai. Then I got some clients in Chiang Mai. Then I posted my first YouTube video. And all these things that were slightly out of the comfort zone have changed my life forever. Meeting my girlfriend, starting a business, getting the first client, talking to people. These were all things that I was uncomfortable doing. And for me now, that is the sign that I should do something. When I feel discomfort, when I feel a little bit of apprehension about doing it, that is like the sign of, okay, we're onto something. When people join my program, when they actually make the investment in themselves, they say, do you know what, I'm doing this. I often say, well, how do you feel? And a lot of people say I feel great. A lot of people say I'm scared. A lot of people say I feel fear. And to me, when they say that, I'm thinking, yes, that's how you should feel. You should feel scared. You should feel apprehension. You should feel skeptical, because that means you're onto the right path. That means you're doing something that you know you should do. Again, if you want my help stopping drinking, go to soberclear.com or click the link in the description and book a call. If that feels uncomfortable to you right now, good, it should. But lean into that discomfort. Take a step in the right direction. And if you click the video on the screen now, you can have some more quick drinking motivation.